welcome to Band Essential. I'm Oren.
And I'm Sarah, and we'll be your hosts for today's show.
We have a great show for you tonight,
including interviews, music, and much more along the way.
That's right, me and Sarah are going to be splitting up to go see what kind of banter there is out there.
But it's not just me and Oren. There's Sean, Blessing, PJ, Rebecca, Lorcan, Darren, Brian, Keena, Caitlin, Casper,
Big John,
and Big John Mack.
That's the Banter Patrol.
One of our Banter Patrol, Blessing Salami, caught up with our resident rock and roll teacher, Mr. Feeney, in Lanesboro Community College to talk about his work and see one of his bands.
Let's see how she got along.
Hi, my name is Blessing Salami and I'm here at Lanesboro Community College to show you what music is really all about. Follow me. Hi Shannon.
Hi Blessing.
How are you? What is music technology?
It's computer music where you can input notes onto a computer and the melody is played back to you. That's it.
How hard is it to learn music technology?
It's not hard at all because if you mess up any notes on the computer you could just cancel them out and then do it again.
Do you think that the technology we use makes music better?
Yeah, because you don't need to be able to play an instrument to do it.
Hi, hello, how are you, Mr. Feeney?
Good, Blessing. Good. How are you?
What inspired you to teach music?
What inspired me? Well, I mean, I've been interested in music since I was year age, you know, I was a young teenager, and I've never stopped that interest. Even though I'm classically trained, I love rock and pop music, I love all kinds of music. And I love teaching it now. I absolutely love being among the young students and showing them how it's done and watching them get a piece off and be able to perform it to a good level.
When did you start?
When did I start teaching? Well, I started teaching about 20 years ago myself, and as I said, I've loved it ever since, and I find it very enjoyable, very rewarding.
What's your approach to music?
My approach is a practical one most of the time. I go from that in basically because I know students they're not mad about doing theory, so what I like to do work from the practical point of view. So I like to get in among them there when they're in the band and show them part for part until we get it right, and then they take it up themselves, and they love me working that way, and we work great. It's very open class here, very open.
What impact, if any, does music have on people's lives?
Well, music makes people happy, and so therefore it makes young students happy as well. And it's great to see them coming up here, and they look forward to coming up because they know they're going to be playing music, because playing music is what they've chosen music to do. It's not all theory, and it's great to see that. It's great to see a smile on their face.
Thank you for having us, sir.
Thank you, Blessing.
This is Sarah Hoare, Banta Central, Longford. No, Longford.
Sarah, what the heck are you at?
I'm practicing for my Kieran Malooly interview.
Okay, let me hear it.
This is Sarah Hoare, Banta Central, Longford.
Nah, that doesn't sound like him at all. You go off and interview him. I'll do it. This is Oren Walton, standing in for Sarah Hoare, interviewing Kieran Malooly, Banta Central.
Sarah, how you doing? Young Malooly, how you doing? Look at the time it is. Chop. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Everybody.
Hello, I'm Sarah from Bantrim Central, and we're here with Kieran Malooly.
Sarah, hi, how are you doing?
Thanks for being here today.
No problem, I just got past Mr. Flanagan. Am I safe now?
Yeah, and we have a couple of questions to talk to you about.
Okay.
So now, this is my first interview on camera. Have you got any tips?
Well, listen, I mean, I suppose the first thing anybody should do, maybe on camera or even at school, is be prepared. I suppose that's the first thing, and you're obviously prepared, you have all your questions written out. So research, that's the first thing. If you're going along to speak to somebody, do your research, be prepared, be up to date on their previous activities, what they've said about previous subjects. So when you get in there, it's all sorted, it's all in the back of your mind, it's ready to come forward and you're ready to go. So, bit of work.
So who was your first interview?
It's an awful long time ago, Sarah. It would be way, way back. For television, it would be way, way back in the 1990s. Seems like an awful long time away now, doesn't it? I started in television in 1994 on a programme called Ear to the Ground on RTE television, which is still running on RTE television, with a reporter called Mairead McGuinness, who's now an MEP in the European Parliament. And she dragged me down to a place called Drumshanbo in County Leitrim to interview a local politician, and I had to do the interview about 25 times because I kept getting it wrong. So you have to start somewhere, and that was my start with a politician in Drumshanbo in County Leitrim.
So you're a past pupil of this school. Can you tell us some of your fondest memories?
Oh, I can spill the beans on everybody around here. So I've got all the dirt to give. I'll have to work out how many of the teachers are remaining since I was here, way, way back. But I have great memories even of this room, your woodwork room, because this was a room that I worked in all the way through my time, first year, second year, and junior cert and intercert here. In fact, I did a woodwork project in this very, very room, this same room even. Now, but I don't remember for wood that much because I was only kind of middling at it. What I do remember was that every week we had a home economics class, and Miss Gill brought us baking upstairs. And after the baking class, we had the next two classes were woodwork. So we spent most of this class in under these benches, eating our coconut buns and our Yule logs and all those lovely things we made upstairs. And that was the fun we had here.
And how did you become interested in journalism?
Well, that's directly related to the school as well, because when I was in this school 160 years ago, my English teacher was a lady called Sheila Stafford. And she worked here and she worked in Ballyman. And she was a very, very good teacher, and she encouraged everybody in the class to take part in public speaking for the first time. I don't think the school was involved up to that. And we went to concern debates and we went to other debates all over the country. She dragged us off to the Abbey Theatre on regular occasions, and she encouraged us to get involved in stuff like that. On one day, she encouraged us to go into Longford to a workshop that was being provided by a person called Maeve Binchy. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
Maeve Binchy, very well-known author in Ireland, was giving a workshop for young students about Irish writing. And she asked everybody in the class to do to sit down and write a short story. And I wrote a short story, and at the end of the session, Maeve Binchy came over and said, "Who wrote this?" And I put up my hand, and she said, "You will be able to write." That's what she said to me. Now, she said it to a few more people in the class as well, but I always like to think that was the day Sheila Stafford and Maeve Binchy gave me my nod in the right direction.
And the last question is, would you recommend journalism as a job?
Absolutely. I'd have no hesitation in recommending journalism as a job. And you know why? Because have you ever seen the film where people wake up in the morning and it's what's the name of that film where the clock is the same time every morning?
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day. Remember that film, Groundhog Day? The same thing happens every day. Well, in my job, the same thing does not happen every day. I have a different topic every day. Yesterday I was working in County Westmeath doing a story about two authors. One is aged 11, the other is aged 14, and they've both published books in the last couple of weeks. Today I'm going to a hospital where there are difficulties or problems with regard to the care of people with disabilities. Tomorrow I'll be doing something different. Next week I'm doing a big story for Longford. Big job story for Longford. Keep an eye on that for next week now. Can't tell you, secret now. But it'll be on TV next week. So every day is a different challenge in my job. It's a different topic, and that's what keeps me going, because if I was doing the same thing, coming in like a teacher every day to meet the same bunch of students, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Thanks very much, Kieran, for this intro.
No problem.
And make sure to stay tuned to RTE next week for Kieran's big interview. So this is Sarah Moore, Banjul Central, Longford. Bye.
Ma, I need a new jumper.
Here, have your brothers. I grow into it.
Son, would you close the door? Were you born in a field?
Bye.
Oh yeah. Mom, not too bad now. No.
Hi son, would you throw a lock of turf on that fire?
Oh no, that's just the old one more at me, yeah.
Oh, that's it, that's more of it. You might as well be talking to the wall.
Yeah, no, yeah.
See, no, bye. Son, were you class?
Yeah.
What was said?
The loads and fishes.
Who are you sitting beside?
Mary Jo.
I'm gonna ring Mary Jo. Bye.
Have you ever heard of Asian clams? No? Well, if you're from Lanesboro, you have.
They're kind of little lads who like to take over, let's say, the River Shannon. We've sent Lorcan Donlan, our reporter from Lanesboro, down to find out more. This is what he found.
Hi, I'm Lorcan and I'm here in Lanesboro to interview Jeffrey about the Asian clam problem in Loughreen. So, how did the Asian clams get into Lanesboro?
Well, the backstory to this was that a person near the River Barrow decided to put some Asian clams into the River Barrow as a source food for himself. But the problem is Asian clams can reproduce 70,000 in a year. So like by just dropping 5 in, there was only like already 350,000. And he went upstream up into the River Shannon.
So who was the first person to actually spot them in Lanesboro?
The first people to actually spot them in Lanesboro would be Inland Fisheries Ireland. Now they're the Irish organisation who are responsible for like taking care of all the aquatic areas in Ireland. So when they were one day they were fishing and they realised that there was Asian clams that weren't native to Ireland. So that's how we realised there was Asian clams in Lower Loughreen.
So how could we fix this problem?
When we were conducting research about this project, we came up with some solutions, but we have to take into consideration that the River Shannon is conserved under Irish law, that nothing can be taken out or even killed on site. So whatever our recommendations we have, we can't actually put them into place. We had 5 recommendations. The first one was to dredge the River Shannon. That would literally mean just scooping them off the site. The thing is, as I said, under Irish conservation, we're not allowed to actually remove them off site. So even if we were to manage to remove these Asian clams from site, we wouldn't know where to put them. Our second method of getting rid of this problem was to use bio-bullets. Now, Michael Milan of Inland Fisheries Ireland told us that these were like Maltesers that were filled with poison, so like it's self-explanatory. The Asian clams would eat them, they would die. However, like there's no certainty that like these bio-bullets could be killing the Asian clams because they could be killing anything. They could even be getting into our water supplies, so that would be too risky to actually be used. The next 2 methods were also last resorts. The first being to reduce the overall temperature of the River Shannon. If we were to, let's say, redirect the hot stretch of where the power plant was like pumping out all of its hot water, that would get rid of the problem. However, all these aquatic animals in the River Shannon would have grown up with these conditions. So if we were to like get rid of this hot water, they would actually all die out instantaneously. So like we would be winning the battle by killing the Asian clams, but we would be losing the war by killing everything else in the process. The next one is also on the same boat, because our next solution was to reduce the overall pH. Asian clams aren't capable of living below 5 pH. So if we were to add a lot of pH buffers or something like that to reduce overall pH, yes, we'd be killing them, but yet again, we'd be killing everything else in the process.
So why did they choose Lanesboro as a proper place to live?
Well, if you can see over here, the power station's there. And the power station every day pumps out a lot of hot water because it like uses water in its cycle. Now, this water is up to like 15 degrees Celsius, which is what the temperatures these Asian clams are suited to. So they won't be capable of growing around, like let's say Lough Barrow or River Barrow or anywhere else, but it's because the conditions are so perfect for them right here. That's why they're growing so well. Okay, Lorcan, as you can see, this is the hot water stretch of the River Shannon because all the water here is being heated up by the power plants. So to a certain extent, this is how like the Asian clams are surviving in the River Shannon.
So Jeffrey, this has been a long day for us, so all this talk about fish and clams makes me hungry, so would you like to go get some fish and chips?
Yeah, sure.
So Oren went to a little town called Ballyleague to see the first ever pedal-powered cinema in Ireland. So let's see how he got on.
Hey guys, this is Oren here for Banter Central in Lanesboro, County Longford. Oh wait, I mean Ballyleague, County Roscommon, where for the first time ever in Ireland there is a cycle-powered cinema just up ahead. Let's take a look. Action, thriller, I could watch you forever. You are a cinema, a Hollywood treasure. Love you just the way you are. A cinema, a cinema, cinema. Hey guys, I'm here with Andre Gallagher, who is in charge of setting up the Pedal Power Cinema. So Andre, what gave you the idea to set this up?
Well, we're looking to raise funds for our school, Clontuskert National School, and we were looking for a novel way of raising funds for the school. And we came across pedalsense.ie, which is run by Ken Murphy, and he explained the whole setup to us. It's eco-friendly and it promotes health and fitness and it's child-centred. And those three things are very important in our school as we're working towards a biodiversity flag this year.
What are you going to be using the money you raised for?
All the funds are going towards the upkeep of our school, just the day-to-day running of the school.
So it's going towards a good cause. How many different jobs did you have to do to get all this massive setup ready?
Okay, well, it took a long time to organise all of this. We started working on this in November last year, and we formed a committee of very dedicated parents. We have an excellent parent support team in Clontuskert National School, and they all came on board to help us out. We met regularly, and there was plenty of jobs involved. The rest of the committee will fill you in on that.
Thank you very much, Principal Gallagher. Okay, so Kevin, Jacob and Taya, and they're all from Clontuskert School, which is the school being raising funds with the Cycle Cinema. So, are you guys excited for this film?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you like Rio too?
Yeah.
Do you think it's cool that all of this can be powered by a couple of guys on bicycles?
Yeah.
Do you think you could power this on a bicycle?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, you can do it. So, Mr. McAgun, what got you involved in the cinema?
You mean a victim, an unwilling victim? My wife,
Yes.
who you happen to know.
Oh yeah, she's very cruel of her.
She was supposed to be taking part and she's fallen ill, so very short notice I have taken her place. The gentleman that I am.
Okay, did you get much training in your short notice?
Zero. I first had a large meal of roast beef, potatoes, etc. and I'm hoping that's going to get me through.
Oh yeah, roast beef always gets you through a hard time of cycling. So, do you think you'll be distracted by the movie while cycling, Mr. Mac?
My main concern is not embarrassing myself or getting sick or falling off the bike, so that's what I'm really concerned about.
So you're very afraid that you're not going to be able to make it through your whole time?
22 minutes, cycling 22 minutes, and I don't cycle at all, so I'm a little bit worried. Sydney.
Hey guys, I'm here with Jonathan Hussey, who is one of the cyclists in the Cycle Cinema. So, Jonathan, how did you get involved in the Cycle Cinema?
Well, it's a voluntary organisation now, and I put my name down. I said I'd give it a go, and it's the first round, like, so look at what harm.
Did it take much training to get ready for the cycling?
Well, in fairness now, Raymond has taken up his time, and we're all fully prepared now, so let's hope it goes well, you know.
Was it very hard to do all of this?
It has been very, very tough now, but look, it'll benefit us at the end, you know.
Do you think you're going to be able to power the cinema by yourself?
Oh, I don't know now, I'll give it a go, you know.
The shop's out of popcorn, the lights are dimmed, and everybody has taken their seats for the movie. This has been Oren for Banter Central. Back to you at the studio.
Earlier on this year, the first year made a video about how the leaves turn red and who says science can't be fun.
It's a bright summer day in leafy Lanesboro. Lincoln, Loretta, Liam, Lacey, and Lexi are having a grand time singing leaf songs and being leafy.
Leaf, leaf, la 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 la, leaf, leaf, la 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 la. Life is good when you're a leaf. This is so much fun! Yeah! I feel alive! Praise the Lord! Hallelujah!
Jeez, ma'am, calm your chlorophyll. So, guys, me and Lacey have to leave.
Keep it cool. Stay green. Oh my God! You look at your little yellow.
Oh yeah.
Later that day, Lincoln went to see his GP, Dr. Lumberjack.
What seems to be the problem, Lincoln? You must say you look rather unwell.
I suddenly feel unwell, Doctor. My skin has turned very dry and I'm turning a rather yellow colour.
That's to be expected, Lincoln. After all, it is the beginning of October.
What do you mean, to be expected?
Well, how should I put this? Your chlorophyll levels have dropped since the summer, causing your orangey, yellow, red colours.
But I can get I can get it back, right? I mean, there must be some sort of antibiotic or chlorophyll cough mix you could give me.
Sorry, Lincoln, since you detached from your mother tree, your leafy days are now numbered.
I don't understand, Doctor. Chlorophyll.
Hang on a second, I'll Google it. Leaves like you, Lincoln, change colour and fall in the autumn because the days are getting shorter. You will get your green colour from a pigment called chlorophyll, which is produced through photosynthesis. When the days shorten, you get no longer able to make chlorophyll, because you also contain orange, yellow and red pigments called carotenoids. These underlying colours become visible when the chlorophyll disappears. That's why, Lincoln, you look yellow and feel like crap.
Oh my god, is it contagious?
I'm afraid so, Lincoln. You're toast.
Don't sugarcoat it for me, Doc. How long have I got?
By the looks of the weather, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe.
Next!
Later that day.
Why?
Hey Sarah, I heard the funniest horse joke the other day.
Okay, tell me.
Okay. What did this horse with the sore throat say to the other horse?
I don't know.
I'm a little horse.
Oren, that was terrible. But I have the best joke ever.
You don't.
Yeah. What horse comes out after dusk?
I don't know.
A nightmare.
Oh God, my ears. Speaking of horses, Lanesboro Horse Fair has just passed and we sent horse whisperer Brian Lyons to go check it out. Let's find out what kind of people he met and what kind of crack he got up to.
Oren, did you hear he bought a horse?
Really? No way.
Yeah, big, massive horse.
Wow.
Brown. And he has like the socky things on him.
I'd love to see that.
Hello everybody, I'm Brian Lyons and I'm reporting for Banter Central on one of the main cultural events of the year, Lanesboro's Horse Fair. The horse fair was restarted a decade or so ago, and since then, with every passing year, it's growing larger and more popular. Now, I'm off to see who's horsing around at the fair today.
Well, I'm on the committee 16 years now, so like when I first went on it, it was all on the street, and it would have been confined from 85's corner to the library. So it wasn't as big, as in it wasn't as spread out, didn't use as much of the town, didn't have as many trades, but we would have had as many horses. There's always been loads of horses. It's well known for the horse trading.
What do you enjoy most about the horse fair?
The weather. Just the general banter. It's really good fun. It can be really stressful, but on the day it falls into place, and it's really good fun, isn't it?
It is. You have a great laugh and meet lots and lots of
Characters.
interesting characters.
Lots of
That's
characters.
a good way of putting it. Interesting characters.
So, you're a tinsmith.
Can I take that in my own hand?
Okay, you can.
Can I?
You can.
No, I'm a tinsmith by trade. I travelled the country. I used to go from. I camped outside. I was in the caravan. And I slept in the camp. The tent they used to call it. Now I went from door to door. I had to make the cans and the ponies and the buckets, and I went from door to door and I sold them.
What do you think the horse fair does for local businesses, for the local culture in Lanesboro?
Well, sure, it's a help. It's nice to see old traditions being kept and whatever, you know.
Well, it's just the basic thing of crowds coming into town and having a genuinely good time, you know, a big family event, and people are having a great kick out of it and getting to see the horses up close and stuff like that. It's just something different. I suppose it's a way for us to show off what we have here, the lovely Shannon and, you know, the lovely scenery around. So it's a great way for us to advertise what we actually have on offer.
What do you enjoy most about the fair currently?
Well, I suppose the people at it. Good crowd at it.
So what makes a good horse?
Well, first of all, you just have a look at him straight off, his top line, his presence, type of neck, how his neck is set on, how his head is set on to his neck, and how his shoulder, his back, across his top line, and then you have to have a look at his limbs. Is he straight, the shape of his knee, fetlocks, and then how he moves.
What would you say horse fair brings to a town?
Horse fair, well, it brings a good bit of business to the town. I'm going there now 80 years, I'm standing in that fair with old horses, and I was only a nipper when I went out there. Of course, you'd never stand in the one position with a horse. You'd move, you had to keep moving the horse up and down for let the people see the horse moving and how he would move, you know.
And would you have bought and sold many horses in your time?
Oh God, I wouldn't be the type of man I'd be buying foals and selling them as year and a half. Sure, if I seen one I could get a bit of a turn out of, you'd chance it. See, would you win or lose? Like a betting a horse and a horse in the race, you see.
Why do we love horses so much?
Well, sure, we're reared with them. And it's like the horses. There's something in them. You can't just get away from them. And you'll always stay with them. Great,
thank you very much.
Don't chat with you anyway, because that's what it's all about. The fair is all about the people you meet and the friends you make. You never make money out of horses. You only make friends.
Well, that was a great time. I met lots of interesting characters up at the fair. But now I'm off home to get myself a hot cup of tea. Never did get to buy that horse. That's all for me. Back to the studio.
So, Sarah, that's another episode of Band Central over and done with.
I know, it just... it breaks my heart.
Jesus, Sarah, it's only a TV show. We'll be back next time.
Yeah, I suppose, but look at all the fun I had making it. What was your favourite bit?
It was definitely the cycling summer. It was very well presented.
Who presented it again? Oh yeah, you.
Okay, then what was your favourite one?
Definitely the horse fair. Them horse jokes were just on point.
Mine was better. That's all we have time for. It's goodbye from Sarah.
Bye. Oh, and goodbye from Oren.
Bye.
And you've been watching Band Central.
Stop! Did you forget about the music?
The who?
The music, the band, Adam, Sherlock, Shane, going to play us out.
Never heard of them.
Hello folks, the band Nova Trio are going to play us out. Presenting Nova Trio.
Your back, Jack, don't look back. Just a flashback of nostalgic minds that work the creative first, making life a song and dance. If you're lost like a sheep and you can't find little Bo Peep, you'll find me here, right where we are. If you're falling down the hill and you feel like Jack or Jill, you'll find me here, right where we are. I got your back, Jack, don't look back. Just a flashback of nostalgic minds that work the creative creative perks, making life a song and dance. Got your back, Jack, don't look back. Just a flashback of nostalgic minds that work the creative perks, making life a song and dance.